In lieu of the verdict that found Rick Chow not guilty of murdering Cyrus Carmack Belton, there have been a lot of black people that have expressed their outrage and have decided that they're going to boycott Asian establishments, whether it be restaurants, hair stores, nail shops, whatever. And there was this one guy that has a lot of the black community riled up, and he was, just being boastful and saying, go ahead, just making it, basically, saying that, that Asians don't need black people money and they aren't who keep them afloat. Really? In what world? Because I know conversely to what he said, that there are other Asians that are literally shaking with their chopsticks at the mere thought of losing all of the black dollars, because they have enough sense to know how much black people have contributed to their profits. I hate that it takes things like this happening with what happened to Cyrus in order to push black people to stop supporting these type of these racist establishments, because I don't feel that all of them are. But I hate that that's the only time that, most of the time, that a lot of black people want to decide they want to go seek out other black people, businesses that do the same, when they should have been doing that beforehand. And what never ceases to amaze me about Asian people is they don't realize that a lot of the rights that they have in America now are due to the fact of what black people have suffered for and are still suffering through. And then they got the nerve to look at us like we're the second-class citizens, or like they want to be close to the very white people that want to distance themselves from the Asians until they need them or can profit off of them. And then the Asians turn around and try to employ those same tactics against black people, and then get mad when black people wake up concerned or got the nerve to try to criminalize stuff when we haven't even done anything criminal. If I go into any store and feel watched or anything like that, y'all, I immediately leave. I'm not going to spend my money with somebody while you're looking at me and just because of the color of my skin, your skin doesn't differ that much from the color of mine. But you got the nerve to feel that I'm lower or less than you. If God himself says that there is no respect of person, ain't no way I'm going to sit on this earth and look down on somebody else and feel like I'm superior to them, especially because of the color of my skin. But then again, I was raised with those type of morals, and I thank God for it. But I want to say again, justice for Cyrus Carmack Belton.
Quick PSA. If the black dollar did not matter in the Asian community, you bitch ass motherfuckers would not be on this fucking app right now doing think pieces of how hateful we are and how fucked up we are and how we're not considering you guys in this economic strain. Fuck you. Fuck your business. We don't matter to you guys. Cool. Don't do think pieces on why we're boycotting. It doesn't matter. We can be boycotting because the sky is fucking blue. Bitch, our dollar doesn't matter, right? It don't matter, right? But the truth is, it does. African American people have the highest buying power in the fucking United States. If we stop spending our money point blank period amongst each other, that's it, the economy will collapse. And that's facts for your ass.
Okay. Please boycott Asian business.
I love when people speak out of anger. It exposes exactly what we knew you harbored in your heart. And now you just confirmed it for the world to see. Clearly, this attitude has been allowed to run so rampant in their business for so long that this is the manifestation of it. It's the heart of people, the hairs, the nails, the etc. That was an amenity, not a necessity. You started in black neighborhoods, you grew your business, and you was able to graduate to the white neighborhoods. You were not allowed to start there. And that's a fact. The Chinatowns and all of these towns y'all built, you were able to secure overseas lending, in addition to the funds that you received from the black community. Whereas the banks didn't allow us to open up our businesses because they didn't want us to circulate our money within our communities to build. You're trying to compare apples to oranges. You have help, whereas black Americans started from scratch. You don't outwork anybody. You're allowed to do what you do versus native black Americans in this country. You're still not beating anybody like you try to insinuate in your condescending ass message. You don't outwork us. That's the lie that you keep telling yourself to make yourself feel better. So yeah, black Americans are right to say, we don't want to do business with you.
I don't want to be your enemy. I understand you guys are upset and you want to boycott Asian-run businesses. Totally fair. I do acknowledge that many Asian people could be racist. And I condemn all races, regardless their ethnicities. Racism should not be accepted or tolerated. But not all of us are racist. I don't think I'm racist. I mean, I try not to be. I don't think I'm racist. I'm just Asian. I don't think it's fair that we all are punished because of one guy. I mean, I don't know who the fuck is Rick Chow is. Why are we all punished because of this one guy? But don't call all Asian people our enemy.
The black boycott of Asian businesses, I agree. And guess what? It's not a boycott. Y'all Asians, get over yourselves. This is not a boycott. We just going to support black-owned businesses. That's all we're going to do.
I'm just going to get less business.
Yeah, I mean, open up your Chinese restaurants in your own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, open your nail salons, move the nail salons from our neighborhoods to your neighborhood. And you know what's so funny about Asian neighborhoods?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the big cities with the Chinatowns and all this kind of shit like that, like in San Antonio, Asians are here. They own all the salons and, you know, all the nail tech salons and all that type of shit like that. But where the fuck y'all live at? I don't know what the Asian neighborhood is, because we ain't got no
Yeah,
Chinatown
I ain't
in
never
San
seen the
Antonio.
Asian neighborhood.
Where y'all hood at?
I support the economic boycott that the black community has been calling for against Asian-owned businesses. And here's why. You should never spend your time and energy in people that don't see you as humans. That if you went into their store, you would fear for your life. So let me give you an example. Anytime I want to eat Mediterranean food, I've learned that Mediterranean is a very loose term for a region that's currently being colonized. I'll call the restaurant and just straight up ask, is this restaurant owned by an Israeli person? And or is the head chef an Israeli person? If they say yes, I say, well, that's unfortunate because I cannot support a restaurant that supports genocide in an apartheid state. And not only that, I'm going to put your name on a list that I started in 2023, which is just my Excel spreadsheet, with other friends who also don't support Zionist institutions. And also on a tangent, like, what is Israeli food? These are the lengths that I am willing to go through in not supporting a business that doesn't see every human with dignity. We should already be boycotting corporations. Like, for example, Hyundai, which is a Korean company. Their bulldozers are currently tearing down homes in the West Bank of occupied Palestine. So they're displacing the indigenous people. We should be boycotting, or at the very least, not buying the latest iPhone every year, because Apple is illegally mining cobalt and coltan in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and using slave labor to dig out those minerals.
I want to be your enemy. I understand you guys are upset and you want to boycott Asian-run businesses. Totally fair. I do acknowledge that many Asian people could be racist. And I condemn all races, regardless their ethnicities. Racism should not be accepted or tolerated. But not all of us are racist. I don't think I'm racist. I mean, I try not to be. I don't think I'm racist. I'm just Asian. I don't think it's fair that we all are punished because of one guy. I mean, I don't know who the Rick Chow is. Why are we all punished because of this one guy? But don't call all Asian people our enemy.
Yo, this boycott might be the wake-up call that Asian people really needed. Hear me out. Everybody worried about how this boycott is going to hurt Asian businesses, but I'm more interested in what this boycott is going to make us become. Let's be real. Most of us are operating on formulas that were built 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago by our parents and grandparents. Shit not the same no more. The world changed since then. Technology changed. Communication changed. Man, everything changed. The only thing that ain't really changed is our systems. And here's another thing. Most other people look at Asians like we all the same, but that could be farthest from the truth. Because Asians as a whole is actually divided as fuck. Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, Cambodian, Thai, Filipino. Those are all people from different countries. We completely different people. But in America, everybody looks at us like we're the same. So this boycott ain't just going to affect one group of Asians. It's going to affect Asians collectively in America. And history has shown when pressure is applied to different groups of people at the same time, it has a way of making us realize that we got more in common than we actually thought. So could this boycott hurt many Asian businesses? You damn right. But could it also wake the Asian people up in a way that we never saw before? Absolutely. It can make us rethink how we operate and come up with new formulas instead of relying on old ones. It can make younger Asians start stepping up in a way that Asians ain't never stepped up before. Because one thing we Asians have always been good at is adapting. When times get hard, we adjust. When old opportunities disappear, we make new ones. When doors close, we build our own. So the question shouldn't be, what if the boycott hurts Asians? The question should be, what if this boycott wakes us the fuck up?
Statement or make a donation or fundraise for a black organization, but no, you rather get on here and deny and call black people racist. It's not about one person. I'm gonna play your game now. Did you put out a statement or did you try to fundraise for the Asian community when those black people literally were hurting, killing all those Asian people during COVID? When I got jumped by 5 black people, did you put out a statement? Did you fucking speak out for me? When all the looting that was happening, did you speak out for all those businesses that suffered? I'm gonna say again that I say in every single video. Boycott all you want. That's not my problem. It's your right to boycott. It's your right to spend your money however you want. Just don't hurt innocent businesses that has nothing to do with it just because it's owned by Asians. I cannot be any more clear than this.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well.
Consider it done.
And so what if black people are boycotting Asian businesses? If that's what it takes to wake our community up.
Gia, you are very critical of Asians, and when you talk this way about our people, all you're doing is creating division. I've seen your videos about the Cyrus Rickshaw situation. I don't disagree with your stance there. It was a tragic loss of life. There is anti-blackness within our community. I just don't think you need to imply that we deserve to be boycotted. Like, yeah, go ahead. Wake our community up. Who are you referring to exactly? Maybe you should clear that up. You are telling the black community it is okay to generalize all of us, and the ones who are speaking out against it right now, I'm watching them get bullied by their own peers, and I can only imagine that you are partially responsible. Because hey look, an Asian said it was okay. Do you know that woman?
If you come to New York, yo, you gotta order 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice.
This woman, all she's doing is telling the world how good this Asian restaurant is. And look at these comments. This is ridiculous. Like, since when are we the boot? Us, Asians, in this country? The boot. Does this woman who made the chicken wings, does she need a wake-up call?
We're calling all of the Asian takeout places, replacing a big-ass, fat-ass.
Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite and generalize the black community. I know these cases are outliers, and most black people want this boycott so that they can circulate their money back into their own community, as they should. And I'm seeing stuff like this on my FYP too. Clearly, a lot of black people are wanting to support their own people, which is good, but clearly there are some who are doing things for revenge. And I can't help but feel like people like you enable that. Now, yes, it's more the black community's responsibility to address these people than it is ours, but my point is, you are not helping. This guy is a complete dunce and does not speak for me, yet I honestly feel like you validate his existence. You give his words power. You guys have similar energy, actually.
Please do.
So what?
I'm really wondering where you're coming from deep down. Do you really think that we are so much more capable than black people of taking economic hits, that you can just throw all Asian businesses under the bus like this? I don't know where you grew up, but I grew up in New York, and a lot of Asians in New York do not grow up financially privileged, whether they're East Asian, South Asian, Southeast Asian. Do you think those people are anti-black and need to wake up? I honestly feel like they don't have the time to be anti-anybody. They're trying to just make it.
I saw a video on TikTok.
Oh, I think you're the first one to come up and say that.
The black and Asian communities, we are running through a lot of the same hurdles. But the way you talk about us, honestly, it sounds like you have the Asian version of white guilt. And I hate to use that term, but we gotta call it something. And I'll be honest, that video of yours about Jeffrey's Island and how they viewed Asians as more desirable than blacks, the one that you deleted without addressing any of the black creators that called you out, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you. I have a lot of respect for you and other Asian creators on this app. I think we all have a place here, more or less. But this time, I cannot sit idly by while you get on here and minimize our life experiences and our people. Anti-blackness does exist within our community. It's good that you call it out. But if you continue to talk without nuance and with such anger, all you're going to do is set yourself up as quote unquote one of the good ones. which is such a divisive, harmful, and unnecessary thing to be. I hope you understand that.